Oh, hi there. I'm Ben. This is my drum pad collection, and I thought it would be a nice idea to do a short video where I talk about these different pads and what I like or don't like about them. I live in an apartment and I'm trying to keep things quiet, so this will be one of the main focuses of this video, is talking about how some of these pads, like this one, are really soft and great for not bothering other people, while this one is super loud. So yeah, let's start exploring these pads, alright? Let me start with this one, actually. This is the Drumeo P4. It has these 4 different surfaces. It's a cool idea. It's a very unique pad, not like any other of these pads here. I like it because you can practice orchestration, which is something you can't do with all these other pads. So for example, you can do something like moving strokes around different surfaces like that, all on one pad. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, okay? The thing is, it's loud. It's loud. It's loud, and also it's kind of not just loud. It feels, these are all very stiff surfaces. It's almost like playing on the table. It's really loud and it feels kind of stiff, so I don't like it, to be honest. I like it for practicing orchestration. It's really cool, but I don't do this really often. And I want to say this surface right here, this gray one, it's like this rubbery thing that feels so good and sounds great. So I would really hope that Drumeo can make a pad like this, but all of the surfaces are this gray material. Okay, so that was the P4. Let's see. Let me talk about this thing now. This is the Sabian Quietone, and it's honestly one of my favorite pads. The thing about it, well, let's start. The things that I like about it is that it's a 14-inch pad. It's the size of a real snare drum. It's circular. It has these, how do you call them? Rods, right? These tension rods that you can actually tighten and loosen. It's pretty cool. Also, it works with brushes. I think it's primarily a brush pad. Let me get a brush for a second. So actually, I've been playing a lot of brushes over the years on this pad. This is why it looks like this, okay? So okay, it's great. It's just great. It has a rim, so you can practice all kinds of rim stuff. It's really great. The only issue is that it's also kind of loud. So if you're in a situation where you can be loud and you don't care, that's great. It's also a bit stiff, like the table. It's a bit stiff, which I don't like as much, but it's good for certain things like articulation. Okay, overall great pad. Now this thing here, this is the Moongel Workout Pad. This is one of my favorite things. It's like a jelly thing. I can place it right here and then boom. Also, the sound got much quieter. It's quiet. And also, it's less stiff because this thing is like this jelly thing. So it will, there's less rebound and you need to work harder, which is good for your hands. So even if I play loud, it's not really that loud as opposed to this. That's super loud, okay? So the combination of these two, honestly, you can work on everything. So yeah, I would recommend getting these two and you're kind of set. You can practice brushes, you can practice, you know, you have this kind of articulation thing. Here you can practice with no rebound. So these two together are a great combo, okay? Let's go on to other stuff. This one I got recently. This is the Meinl Marshmallow. And it's really unique. It has this huge rubber thing. Look how thick this is. You see, in most pads, the rubber is only a really thin layer of rubber, but here it's really thick. So this thing I really love for a few reasons. First of all, it's quiet. It's super quiet. It's the quietest of all of these pads, okay? So if you just wanna be quiet, this is great. Now the other thing is that it's kind of soft, so it really functions. There's not a lot of rebound, so you need to work harder for, you know, your wrist needs to work more because there's less rebound. So it's good for your muscles. Let me compare this to a pillow, okay? So, you know, Buddy Rich and Dennis Chambers, they practice a lot on a pillow, on pillows. And I used to do it too, and it's great. Okay? So, the pillow is much louder than that pad, okay? That's first of all. Second of all, pillow really, there's zero rebound. Whereas here, there's not zero rebound, there's a little bit. So it's kind of an in-between thing between a normal pad, which we will talk about in a second, like normal kinds of pads. Yeah, I started first with the peculiar ones, but we will get to the normal ones really quickly, really soon. So this is kind of in between, I would say, a normal pad and a pillow. It's kind of cool. Yeah, in the past I used to practice on a normal pad and then on a pillow, but I didn't have this thing, which is kind of in between. So I like it, and it's also really quiet. Yeah, so you can do this kind of rim shot thing, which will be louder, obviously. Anyway, okay, so this was the Meinl. Let's move on to this thing. This is the Tama True Touch, okay? Now, before I show you, I want to tell you I modified this pad a little bit. Shout out to Rick Dior, who made a video about this on his channel. So I actually, I will link Rick Dior's video in the description. So what I did is I took out the mesh head that came with this pad, and I put a normal drum head. And not only that, under this drum head I put another layer of some foamy material. Yeah, the reason I did this is because I didn't like the feel of the mesh head, and I didn't like the sound of it either. So I tried this out and now I like it better. So the thing about this pad, which is cool, is the rim. Okay, it has a rim, and most pads don't have a rim. So, you know, if you want to practice the one-handed roll or however you call that, you can do it here, like. Yeah, I still have some work to do. Right? But you have the rim. And rim shots, obviously. Now, the thing about this pad that's really problematic to me is that it's super loud, okay? I'm playing really soft right now. It's really loud. So honestly, I would not recommend this pad, because if you want to practice with a rim, you can have that pad. I showed you the Sabian. Yeah, maybe what you can do is put some sort of a towel. Let's see. Put some sort of a towel on this. It's still loud, but you can practice the rim thing. This is a very, very loud pad. So Tama, if you're listening, please try to make something like this, but softer. Because the rim thing is really great. Also, this is super heavy. This is like so heavy. Much heavier than all of these. So it's heavy, it's loud, but it has a rim. So if you need a rim, go for it. Okay. Nice. Okay, so we have now, you know what? Let me talk about this one for a second. This is the Vic Firth Slimpad, okay? I guess they call it that because this thing is really slim. The thing about this pad is, okay, the good thing about it is that it's good for brushes. It's smooth enough so you can sweep. The thing is, it's kind of small as opposed to the Sabian, which was 14 inches. This is, I don't know, it's not even 12 inch because this thing is cut here. So it gives you a small surface to brush. And it's also, you can hear it much less. Let me show you the Sabian again. Yeah. So you can see the Sabian with the brush. And this, I can barely hear it, and I'm sitting right here. So this is like, it's not even a comparison, and it has this huge surface, and this is small. So when it comes, and it has a rim. So when it comes to brushes, this one is superior in every aspect. Now when it comes to sticks, where are my sticks? When it comes to sticks, this thing is it's a little, it's reminiscent of a table. It's good for articulation, you know, if you're trying to do like some, I don't know. Some articulation stuff. But honestly, I don't know. Yeah, you can do those things on this one too, right? Let's see, because this one also, I told you, it's stiff, kind of like a table. And this is louder, I feel. It's louder. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't really recommend this pad. Let's see. It has this. Oh, okay. One thing I forgot about this one is that it has these legs. It has legs, so you place it. You can place it on a. I don't know. You see, it stands. It has legs, so it stands on other surfaces with the legs. You know, that's a nice gimmick. This one has a rubbery surface actually on the bottom, but yeah, it's nice. yeah, so you get this kind of 2-for-1 thing, which is actually good. You know, you have this thing and you have this thing. Okay, but I still wouldn't recommend this because actually I think some of these pads that I will show you now also have this kind of feature and they're better. So we are now left with these 4, which are the standard rubber pads, because everything I showed you so far is kind of a specialty pad. And now we are left with these four normal pads, okay? They're all kind of similar, okay? And you really can't go tremendously wrong with this kind of pad because they're all really similar. So let's see. Similar volume-wise, none of them is really soft like this one. And none of them is really loud like this one. They're all kind of in the same volume range. In terms of rebound, so the thing is, all of these pads that I said earlier that feel like a table, it's kind of like there's insane rebound because it's a very stiff surface. These are less stiff, but they're still stiff enough that you get a lot of rebound. Yeah, so I would say, you know, I like these for just general practice. If it's not some super articulation stuff or not like muscle work, like with the pillow. Yeah, so let's see. Let me tell you this. I am a sucker for big pads like this one because it's, you know, it's the same size as a real snare drum. And I'm also a sucker for circles because all of our drums are actually circles. So, you know, this one has all of this part missing, which I don't like very much. And all of these 3 they have these kind of shapes as opposed to this one, which is a circle like a drum. So in terms of shape, this one is my favorite by far from the normal pads. The Vater one. However, in terms of feel, it's a little stiff for me. Now this pad here by this company called SP, I'm not sure what that stands for actually, but SP, it's kind of soft. It's not a circle and it's also not 14-inch, but it's big enough. I like it. Yeah, the Vic Firth, as I told you, it's small and also it's kind of high-pitched, kind of stiff. I don't really like it so much. This one I told you, I really like the shape, but it's a little stiff. Like the stick is too bouncy. I don't like that very much. This one, the Realfeel, Evans Realfeel, I feel, no pun intended, it's better, I like it better than these in terms of feel, okay? It's not as bouncy. It's not as bouncy. However, I don't like the shape. The shape bothers me. I like circles, so for me, this would be the winner, you know, the SP, because I guess the size, just the size and sound and feel all together. But this one is good too, the Realfeel. It's hard to choose. Let's do a quick, like, you know, comparison. Yeah, hard to choose. They're kind of similar, so it's really left for your own personal taste. I hope this video was somehow helpful for you. I think, as I mentioned in the beginning, honestly, this thing and this pad will take you together a long way. This one I love for how silent it is and the feel, you know, it's just great. This one is too loud. This one is kind of loud and doesn't work well with brushes. This one is cool for the orchestration stuff, but overall too loud. Too loud. These one are your general pads, so it's good to have one, honestly. But it's kind of left for your personal taste. Hope this was helpful. Drop some comments, let me know what you think. Maybe there's a pad I don't know about that I should check out. There's the Pro Logix all-in-one. That might be my next purchase, but let me know if there's other pads that you like, or if you have any thoughts or opinions about what I was talking about. Peace out.